live from Johnny's Donut Studios in downtown San Diego. You're watching Mad Bomber Podcast.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
And we're back live. That's a great intro. We have a huge show today, very big show today. We have the Oracle coming back for week number 2. In fact, I just made up a great name for him. He's now AI. I don't believe he's real, so we're going to call him AI Alex. But who I want to bring on the show right now, this gentleman is what you call a real Raider fan. He's been a Raider fan for his whole life. He is the president of the BLACKHOLE in Sacramento. If you look at that picture there, look at Lester. Lester's smiling right there. What a great picture. What a great bunch of guys right there. And this guy has gigs at his place, and he's going to talk about that. But this guy's a real Raider fan. He's not going to, he is not a bandwagon fan. This guy's true and true. He went to last home game, which was against the Chargers. And I got the pleasure to meet this gentleman. I haven't met him live yet, but we've talked plenty. And this guy's the real deal. I'd like you to introduce you, the BLACKHOLE president from Sacramento, Mr. Steven Chavez. Steven, how are you?
Good. How you doing, Johnny? Good to talk to you.
Yeah, good to talk to you. We were just having some fun before we got on the air. There's going to be some fun today. Explain to me how long you've been a member of the BLACKHOLE, and then how did you take the reins of president?
I've been a member for about 5 years. When they moved to Vegas, or right before they moved to Vegas, I decided to sign up and become a member. And then about last year, before the season started, I was looking, I saw on the website that there was a chapter in Sacramento. So I was trying to reach out to them to see where they were at, where I could come watch the game with them. And I was never getting a response. So I reached out to the president in Reno at the time, Marlene, and she let me know that right now Sacramento had no president. They've really been stagnant for a little while, and they're looking for somebody. And if I was interested, we could talk. So I had to think about it. It took me a few months to know if I really wanted to jump in and, dedicate my time to that and talk to my wife and my kids, and ultimately chose, let's do it. I want to do this. I want to have something like this for once, and didn't know what I was getting myself into. We did our launch party, and we found a location where we do all our watch parties and everything, and it really it grew and grew and grew every week. It really became way more and way better than I ever thought it would be.
That's awesome. How many members right now? So you guys have a shindig coming up this weekend. And about how many members are there in the BLACKHOLE, and how many of these people are, can get off work and get down to, I guess you call it Shenanigans is what it's called?
It's Shenanigans Kitchen and Bar is where we do it. It's in Citrus Heights, California. It's where we do all our watch parties. We have, there's certain people that sign up that I don't even know that sign up sometimes, but we have a little over 50 members at the moment. My goal is to hit 100 by the end of this season. And I really didn't get a lot of members back from the original chapter that was here.
Mhm.
So this is really what we've grown organically with my team.
What's the
So
temperament? Is there a lot? Is there a lot of old school Raider fans, new school Raider fans? If I'm going to come in, I'm going to come and hang out with you this year. When I walk into that room, can I talk to some 60 and 70, not year old, but the 1960s and 70s Raiders? Somebody, I wear my Daryl LaMonica jersey, and I can go ahead and have some fat conversations with some of the guys.
absolutely, we have all ages there. I mean, you have some older folks that were watching the Raiders before I was even born. You have younger folks that are just coming in, hoping to finally see them have a winning season. Kids are welcomed. I know that's been a big question that people ask me all the time, is if they could bring their kids, because they think Raiders, they think it's just a bar, but it's not just that. Kids are welcomed. I take my daughters all the time, and it's a really good atmosphere. We have a good time there. Everybody has fun. There's no drama, no fights. We welcome everybody, even if you come with the opposing team's jersey. We still have a good time, and
But you can give them a little bit of shit,
oh
right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, we can't let them get away with, can't be
No,
overly nice to them. I mean,
no.
I'm not going to buy them. I'm not going to buy them a Modelo or anything.
For sure, for sure. So let's go back to shenanigans. I can't talk today. So this Sunday, let's talk about your event this Sunday.
So this Sunday, we have our watch parties there every week, but this Sunday we're actually going to have a raffle going on. We have 10 items that we're going to be raffling off. And Art Toms, former defensive lineman for the Raiders, is going to be there signing autographs. He'll also have some merch for sale if anybody wants to buy merch. But yeah, he'll be there. Come meet Art Toms. I really like bringing legends to shenanigans, so a lot of the younger folks can meet these guys that were with the Raiders when the Raiders were great.
Yes, and I remember that. I'm still chasing the championships. It seemed like we never lost when I was a kid, and now it's like we never win when I'm an old man. For what now? You said you're going to have 10 items. What kind of items are we going to be looking at? Or is that something that people just bring, or do you have some set items that you're going to have?
We'll have some. We'll have a signed jersey. I have actually a Woodson whiskey bottle that has the Black Hole label that recently came out that we'll be raffling off. One of the big items that I was actually given a bunch of really big, like wood frame pictures that used to actually be on the walls at the Coliseum and at the headquarters in Oakland. And the one I'll be raffling off this weekend has a picture of the 3 Super Bowl rings on it. And I believe that one was in one of the suites at the Coliseum.
Wow. Okay. And then DP Wade, thank you. Shenanigans and Citrus Heights. And
Absolutely.
we already have a new Black Hole member. In fact, this lady's got more kids and grandkids, and she's got mijos and mijas and all kinds of. So you better go down there this weekend, Miss Sanchez, and
yes,
and win me something, because I already asked him and he won't give me anything. I have to be in the raffle. He's not kicking down.
Right.
Now on a lighter note, Raider Rob, could you talk about Raider Rob? And I'm going to be honest, I never met Raider Rob. He was just one of those guys, kind of like Raider Mort, one of those where when you go to the Mount Rushmore of Raider fans, you're going to have Gorilla Violator. I mean, they're on there, right? But Raider Rob is one of those guys, which I got goosebumps just talking about him. Give me a little bit of background. Actually, give everybody here a little bit of background on Raider Rob. That guy was a great Raider fan, as you are.
I'm guessing we're talking about Black Hole Rob, right? Yeah, Black Hole Rob. He started the Black Hole. I actually never got a chance to meet him before he passed away. But when I took over, I learned about his legacy and what he built, why he called it the Black Hole, what the meaning of it was. And recently I've been fortunate enough to talk to his wife and his kids and really get to know them and develop a relationship. And that being around Rachel has really defined what the Black Hole means to me and why I want to carry on the legacy. If you see, this patch right here is in honor of Black Hole Rob. And although, like I said, I didn't get to meet him, I want to carry on his legacy for what he started, for his wife, for his kids. I mean, Rachel is an amazing person, and I want to be able to help take the Black Hole to higher and higher levels
Well,
because
you
of Rob.
will.
And Rob, and the whole reason why the Black Hole became the name it did is Rob, when they were there at the games, he would see a sea of black there in the Coliseum. And I don't know if you guys all went to the Coliseum, you used to see that Goodyear blimp that would
Mhm.
fly over the Coliseum. He always wanted whoever was in that blimp to look down and just see a black hole.
I never knew that. That's a great
Yes.
story. I was going to ask you about that story. Gee, that's awesome. I know. Here's another one. Rachel's a wonderful woman. Very nice. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, Steven Chavez here is the real deal. He is what you say is a person that exemplifies the Raiders way. And I mean, I am so proud to have him on right now. And he's going to chew the fat with us the whole hour. We go on till 8 because at 8 o'clock, most of my fans, whoever watches the show, we take Geritol, then we go to sleep. But I have another person that is coming on the show. I already talked to you. He's AI. He's not real. This kid is not real. This kid right here. I'll tell you what, Steven, this guy right here, I met him just recently in the last year. And you know how you talk to Raider fans and you'll be like, oh, man, you're a Raider fan? Yeah, man, I love the Raiders. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you can tell, if they're a casual fan, who cares? I don't care if you're a casual fan or not. But when somebody takes it to the next level, when somebody in their 20s, however old he is, starts telling me about Jim Otto and Gene Upshaw and Mark Van Egan, it's kind of crazy. So without further ado, let's bring on, I call him the Oracle. Did you ever watch that? What was that show there where they used to call the kid the Oracle? This is the Oracle. His name is Alex. I didn't know your name was Alex.
My name is Alex, Johnny, Steve. Glad to be here with you. I just turned 30, by the way, Johnny.
Jesus.
A couple months ago.
Good man.
And I will say this, there have been plenty of people in my life that would tell me that I'm very much human. But I appreciate you calling me AI.
Oh, you're AI, for sure. I'm putting all kinds of pressure on you, too.
I love it. Steven, I did not know that about the black hole. How it had to do with the guy in the blimp wanting to look down and see a sea of black. That is great to know. The first question I want to ask you, though, Steven, being in Sacramento, and I want to bring up something a little traumatic, but I'm very curious about something. 2002 was a very interesting year for probably some people very close to you, because not only in January did we have the Raiders getting bounced in the playoffs and the Patriots going on the win, but a couple months later, the Kings played in a very controversial series against the Lakers, where pretty much all of the calls went the Lakers' way. And I just want to know, you being in Sacramento and being a Raider fan and having those two moments intertwined very closely. I don't know if you remember 2002 very well, but was it either you or was it a couple buddies of yours that could really talk about and relate to the pain that was going on then?
Well, let me start by saying it was actually 3 whammies that happened to me during that time, because my Giants also got bounced in the World Series by the Angels. So
wow,
that wasn't a very good time in my life. But let's just say it still hurts. It's still hard to talk about. That was to me, that was the one chance for the Sacramento Kings to get a championship, which they've never done. And I think I will always believe they were robbed. And if they were able to get through the Lakers, they would have steamrolled the Nets in that finals.
Absolutely. They were the best team. They got jobbed. Those were the Kobe calls. And yeah, I know. I watched it.
I was watching that game, and Mike Bibby got elbowed in the nose, and the ref was watching right there, and they never called a foul.
That was horrible.
I mean,
Yeah,
Bad.
say that hurt. So, yes, Alex, that was a great question. We are in a. We'll go ahead and talk about the Raiders' loss later. But do you have another question that you may want to come up with?
Yeah, on a lighter note, I would like to know, what is your best experience in the Coliseum as a fan?
Ooh. Okay.
Great question.
I would say my best moment at the Coliseum, and I don't want to get emotional, but
Please do.
my dad is the reason why I'm a Raider fan. Okay. And when the Raiders were in the championship game, he decided to buy tickets for him and I to go to that game and experience it together. We paid all the money, sat way up top, but we were in that Coliseum. We won that game. LL Cool J was the halftime show.
Mm-hmm.
Raiders win. We're going to the Super Bowl. First person I got to hug is my dad. And
Wow.
That's so cool.
and then I'm hugging, and that, you want to talk about 60 something thousand fans just hugging and crying and emotional. That was just the best, most beautiful moment I've ever felt in that Coliseum. And I mean, obviously we know what happened in the Super Bowl, but nothing's going to take away that day and being there and spending that time with my dad.
That's so awesome. Did you get to go to
That
a lot of
is.
games with your dad?
What's that?
But did you go to a lot of games with your father?
He would go during that time. He would come and get on a bus with us to the Coliseum, because at that time I was with the Sacramento Raider Rooters, so we'd take the bus from Sacramento up there and tailgate and do all that.
I bet that bus
so
ride
he
was
would.
so much fun on the way home.
Oh,
To that one.
Oh
Epic.
God, yeah,
Epic.
awesome. It was awesome. I mean, like I said, you're walking the Coliseum and you're hugging people you've never seen in your life.
Yeah,
I mean,
even ugly girls. It's okay.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
They had Metallica played before the game in the North
in the
lot.
parking lot.
Yeah, I remember that. Did you know that, Alex?
That I did. That AI was not able to generate. I'm sorry about
That one, yeah, ChatGPT didn't work today. But yeah, so Metallica actually played. And it was funny because James Hetfield wore a John Ritchie jersey. And everybody, because I was up front watching, they wanted him to put blood on his nose so he looked like John Ritchie. So that's awesome. Oh, and then Miles Fry, always there. The Fries are in the house. 2002 Moneyball year, 20 straight games. See, in this show, we can hit everything. We don't just talk Raiders, although we will. But that was a member of that 2002 A's Moneyball year, where that was Scott Hatford, Eric Chavez, Tejada. That was a fun year because I am an A's fan. And you know what? I never really hated the Giants at all. I mean, when I was growing up in the 70s, the Giants were played at the crappiest stadium at Candlestick, and I would go there for $1, and you literally get blown away by the wind before the games. Yes. It's like you've been there, right? You've been there?
Oh yeah,
Steven?
Absolutely.
And that was just and then they built this beautiful stadium in the middle of a horrible area. That was Hunters Point, if I remember right. And guess what? How many years later? Now it's $1 million condos right there, where it used to be all homeless. So San Diego.
I can't believe that place is 25 years old already, and it's still as beautiful as it was from day one.
It is. You know, Stephen, we're going to hook up and bring you down to San Diego, because Padres Stadium down here is beautiful too.
I want to go there.
Is so beautiful down here. Okay, so I have a little bit of. I'm going to go on a rant right now before, because I'm going to let the show up to you guys. This is going to be your show. So I'm going to do a little recap. And I remember back in the day, the great John Gruden would always say there's back in the 16-game seasons, there's 4 quadrants to the season. It's the first, he wanted to get 3-1, 2-2, 3-1, 2-2, 3-1, 2-2, make the playoffs. So we're at a chance right now where we could go 2-2. And that, as bad as we played, that would be definitely be something we can hang our hats on. I'm not going to talk about coaches right now. We're going to think about it, but we're going to put it in the back of our mind. A lot of times it takes a new coach. And Steven said it earlier. Pete Carroll was 7-9 in his first year with the Seahawks, and they made the playoffs. First time ever to make the playoffs with a losing record. And you have to give this time. And this isn't like it was last year with Luke Getsy. Because people are trying to show Gardner Minshew and Geno Smith having the same stats right now. I mean, social media is just a pain in my ass right now. I hate it, but I have to watch it because I'm looking for that one nugget, that one good nugget. But we're going to talk about what needs to happen today. The Bears are there for the taking. Ashton Jeanty should go off this Sunday. I believe, like the great Lincoln Kennedy says, I think Geno Smith needs to get under center. And I know Alex is going to talk about that, and you too, Steve. I would like to see them run a little bit more trips to the left, run a little bit more of 11 personnel, and try to get the ball in space to Jeanty. And if you watch, Dallas is probably the worst defense in the NFL by far. I watched them. It was horrible. If I was a Dallas Cowboy fan right now, I'd just be thinking, who's my number one draft choice is going to be? Who am I going to pick as a quarterback with the number one pick? Because they're going to get it. They'll be right up there anyway. But I just think that the Raiders defense is looking pretty good. And you can't, they missed tackles. We're going to watch that. There was a couple of plays where they were definitely on their backsides a little bit, and I don't think any part of that team played physical this week. They did it, and for as unphysical as the defense played, they still were in the game. Kind of. I mean, that game wasn't even close. But for the last part of my rant, it's game 3. You cannot start telling me that you're gonna get this guy, get rid of this guy, get rid of this guy. JPJ needs to be here. JPJ needs to be there. These guys are in practice all game long. I mean, in practice all summer. And now that the games are coming, now they can formulate a plan. So I'm going to show you. We're going to go ahead, and I'm going to hand this show off to the 2 experts. And I want to see. Okay, here I like this. We as Raider fans are just impatient. We want to win every game. But do not need to be patient and trust old man's Pete's process. That's one opinion, and that's your opinion. My opinion is let's see the new coach, the new player, the new running back, and some new players on this team. And again, we got Brock Bowers for this is year 2, and he's hurt. So let's go ahead and slow our rolls just a little bit. Let's wait till November, and then we can start seeing tendencies. We don't see a tendency yet after 3 games. Okay, I'm done. And that was my 15 minutes of ranting. So let's go ahead and let's watch the first play that we can critique. And Steven, after you can go ahead and we're going to look at the play once, and then I'm going to let you critique it first. Okay, kickoff, start of the game. Okay. That's the start the game. Game number 2, where we're behind the sticks right out the bat. I'm going to go ahead and play it again, Steven, and then you tell me when you want me to stop it.
Well, I mean, really, watching that play, I mean, it's the way that whole game went. They were missing tackles. I mean, there's really no other way to put it. The whole game, they were just missing tackles. Special teams didn't play well. Defense didn't play well. Just all around, it was just a bad game. I mean,
unphysical.
Yeah, unphysical. No energy. No nothing. They were flat.
Yeah, look at
that. Look at the hole. I mean, go on. Yes. They're just trying to arm tackle.
Yes.
Nobody's wrapping up. Nobody's doing anything. They're just putting an arm out there, hoping that'll trip. I mean,
right. It just seemed like, and again, we're gonna take a little bit of. Pete said this is the first time ever that a team had 10 days off and a team Monday night had to go to the East Coast. So, Alex, I'm going to play this for you. Go ahead, and you can go right off the bat.
Well, I think the most interesting thing is the decision that they make to kick it to Debo instead of Luke McCaffrey. And Debo, after this week, is now the number one kick returner in all of football in terms of average yards. And this play is what really vaulted him to the top. I think kicking it to – they're going to have a decision this week. The Bears have two returners when they kick off. It's Luther Burden and they have Devin Duvernay. Luther Burden has averaged more yards on kick returns than Duvernay. So I want to see if they make the choice to kick it to Duvernay, just because Burden's been a little bit better in that scenario. But here they make the decision to kick it to Debo. And if you really watch the way the Raiders cover it, I counted.
You want me to? Let's go here. I'm going to go ahead and start it.
Yeah, you can go back.
And there goes to the left is Luke.
To the left.
He's pushing it. So, in your opinion, which would be the smart one, you would kick it to the slower guy.
Kick it to the slow guy. If you're going to, and even it doesn't matter who you kick it to. The problem here is there was a hole right up the middle. And they obviously wanted to really get all the Raiders towards the sideline. If you look at, I count 6 guys, and you could make 7, including Carlson.
Yeah.
That are on the left side or the right side, depending on how you look at it, of the hash. And Debo sees that, and he's just able to cut right up to the middle of the field. And the Commanders, they block this well. They're able to wall the Raiders off towards the sideline and really give Debo that lane. So for the special teams, they got to make that adjustment and make sure not everyone just goes towards the sideline. They need to keep 1 or 2 more of those. Instead of 6 guys over there, keep 4 guys over there and put 2 more guys towards the middle. So that way they could close it off for the return guy. And then it's not so much of an easy decision for the return guy to have a cut lane right up the middle.
I'm going to watch this one more time, and then we're going to move on. And you can go ahead, and I'm going to make the last comment, because if you watch number 23 here, Dylan Lobby, and there's a lot of people that like him, and they say he's a good special teamer. Well, I want to watch this. You're going to see him just run as fast as he can, but with no purpose. So watch the middle. And watch this guy just come and running as fast as you can. He's coming right at about the 30 right now, and boom, they just kind of push him back. And now he's 20 yards behind the play. That to me is something that I can't. It's and again, the special teams coach Tom McMahon has done a great job everywhere he's gone. So we're not going to say, "Oh, fire the coach." Okay. I mean, it's like anything else, even at work. You tell somebody to do something, you come back, "Hey, how come you're not doing it that way?" "Oh, well, you know what? I think I'm going to do it this way." Okay. So as far as I could see, Tom McMahon, he's coached the Rams, the Chiefs, the Colts, and the Broncos, and every one of their special teams has been a top 5. Okay. Let's move on, Steve. And I want to see special teams caca number 2. Okay, and stop. Okay, right here. If you remember, on the right-hand side, out of bounds, we got a penalty because Darian Porter ran out and kept running out and running out and running out. And then he comes back in the middle there. So we got a penalty. Goodbye, Carlson. And then look at the other. You're right, Steven. Look at everybody behind's not even running. It's like
no effort.
No effort at all. None at all. So let's watch that again. Stevie, you tell me what you see. And I think you're going to be, again, let's watch the right sideline. And I don't know who taught him this. Again, this is Tom McMahon, who's got top 5 special teams. I mean, his bio's pretty good. He's not It's not somebody that they just picked up off the street to coach the offensive line. Did I say that out loud? Okay, here you go. Watch the outside, the right sideline. Look at homeboy. Hey, Redskins, how you doing? Hey, gotta come back in. What is that?
And watching that play live, I saw there was a flag on the play, and I'm like, cool, this is going to come back. It's going to be like an illegal block in the back or something. And then the penalties on us. I'm like, oh my God. I said, this is just how this day is going to go.
And that's
I was like, that's a rookie mistake right there.
That's a rookie mistake. And it's like, kind of, and you know, I laugh, but I don't laugh. It's like, Gino, Pete Carroll, welcome to the Raiders. We don't get calls. Just learn that. Understand, you better win everything. And we have and the referee who's refereeing this weekend, we'll get to that too. We're 0-2 with. So, okay, Oracle, let's hear you.
Yeah, you bring up a great point with the gunner. Whenever you have a gunner that's a complete non-factor on a special teams play, it's not good. I mean, he's out of the sideline. He's on the Commander's bench practically. And the other big thing is Polamalu is right in a position to make a tackle, and he doesn't even get a finger on him. And Polamalu has been a bit of an issue this season. I was looking at Pro Football Focus today, and I'm not the biggest guy when it comes to Pro Football Focus grades, but he is dead last in.
That's why I circled it. Oops, God dang it.
So
that's why I circled him. Watch 20. My big fat circle. I'm learning how to use that. That's great. Look at, oops. That's your free safety.
Yeah.
That's your free safety. Is that a Charles Woodson safety? Are we going to have Polamalu whiskey in about 20 years? Don't look like it, does it?
Charles Woodson would have jumped on that guy's back and pulled him down.
But Polamalu didn't. And then we already went on Tuesday. We already talked about the Marcus Mariota debacle where Polamalu in that touchdown where he ran for the touchdown actually didn't look like he wanted to tackle him either. So on that, the special teams, John Souza of Johnny's Mad Bomber podcast, brought to you by Johnny's Donuts. I have let's see if the special teams get better. Because, I mean, and you don't have to be an oracle to understand that has to get better. Three phases of the special, two of the phases in special teams were broken down. It was horrible, dude. I mean, that was really, really. Salute, fellas. Capitan Rafucho. Thank you for coming in, sir. Thank you. And I hope you're as mad at Polamalu as I am, too. So that was something that I think we talked about that a little bit, Alex. I think Polamalu, I don't know if you remember Stuart Schwaggart, used to be a Raider. You know, kid from Purdue, a little slow. And he would always make interceptions when there was a bad throw or there was a fumble in the air. And I'm just wondering if Polamalu is going to be that guy. So not only is my eyes on the special teams now, my eyes are on Polamalu. All right.
Let me ask you this, Johnny. Do you think any of it's because he got a contract?
God. And he got a big one, too. I mean, you're an undrafted guy. Next thing you know, you're making millions. And you hear Pete Carroll loves him. I mean, Pete Carroll absolutely loves him. So again, he's on the notice, and I want to see how he progresses because that Raider defense is pretty good. I'm sorry, this linebacker. We got Devin White, Max Crosby, and Jonathan Laulu are top 8 in tackles for losses. Okay, we haven't had a linebacker since Bill Romanowski. Okay, it's been Greg Beaker. It's been that long. Rolando McClain. That guy's horrible.
Oh,
anyway,
man.
That guy was.
I think Laulu has 3 sacks on the season too.
Yeah, and 4 tackles for losses. So we're in a good spot. So, hi Raider fans out there. Look, everybody, let's get in a good mood, shall we? Let's have fun. And let's, Mr. Chavez, take us through this. Have fun with this.
They're just sending the house. They're just sending the house. Yeah, I like that.
Well, since you like it, I'm sure you requested it again. Look at this. Just
His motor never stops.
Relentless. And then boom, he knocks that dude on his guy yawns there.
Why not?
We can talk about Max Crosby a lot. And I think Max Crosby deserves everything he says. And in my opinion, it's just one of those things where it doesn't get old. What about you? I mean, Steven, big Max Crosby guy, I'm sure. What's your take on him? I mean, when did you start going, this guy's different?
I mean, probably the second half when he started starting in his rookie year. I mean, this guy just started making plays, and he's done nothing but get better and better and better. The first thing they would say, he's not a great run stopper. What does he do the following year? He comes back and works on being a run stopper. And now he tackles runners for a loss. I mean, this guy's a complete all-around defensive end. He may not get the most sacks in the league like other guys do, but he makes a difference in the game, especially when it comes to the fourth quarter. The Raiders can get to the fourth quarter with a lead. He's going to take over this game. It's going to be the Max Crosby show the rest of the way through. And the guy's relentless. I mean, he's one of the only players that plays every down, doesn't come out of the game. I mean, all 32 teams in the NFL would love to have this guy. And to me, in my opinion, and maybe I'm just biased because I'm a Raider fan, he is absolutely the best defensive end in football.
I would say that him and Myles Garrett are just 1A and 1B for sure. Yeah. 1B. I'll tell you what, either one of those guys. I remember when the Myles Garrett to the Raiders talk was going on in the summer, and everybody's like, but what about Malcolm Coons? And anyway, Alex, I know you love Max Crosby. What can Max Crosby do against the Bears this weekend? And I want to show this real quick.
Well, this week, the Bears are going to have their right tackle, Darnell Wright, out. So they're going to have a replacement of either a guy, I think his name is Theo Benedette,
a rookie, undrafted rookie.
From Canada. So it's either going to be him or it's going to be Ozzie Trapilo, who's a rookie second-round pick from Boston College. So I assume that they're going to put Cole Kmet on that side to really help out on Max Crosby, chip him, and really make sure that he doesn't wreck the game. But anytime that it's one-on-one and there's no help from the guard, I think that's got to be Max Crosby's time to come in and get some pressure. Now, Caleb's going to be a tough guy to sack.
Would you slow rush him? Would you slow rush him?
I would, because Caleb has a tendency to make some poor decisions. And if they could get him running around, he doesn't always he'll make an errant throw. And it's not that he throws a ton of interceptions, but he misses guys a lot. And Max Crosby could be the guy that, especially, he always lines up on the left side. He's going to go against the right tackle. He could really make an impact in this game and really force the Bears to make a lot of adjustments to keep more guys in protection. The Bears like to throw the ball down the field. They got some good receivers. But if they're going to have to keep an extra guy in pass protection, that's going to really help out a lot, especially because the Raiders don't like the blitz a ton. And they're going to have to really make sure that their zone coverage is really up to snuff, making sure that Rome Odunze, he's been their best player for the Bears so far this year. I think that they got to do it. Now, the Raiders aren't the type of team to really double a guy. They really just kind of like to play their zone coverage. It's not like the old Bill Belichick where we're going to take our best corner, put him on the number 2 receiver, then we're going to bracket the number 1 receiver. But I think the Bears are going to really try to do a good job to make sure that whenever Rome is on Blue Kelly, that they can take advantage of that. And really the real weakness for the Raiders defense has been in between Blue Kelly and Polamalu. people, whether it was Quentin Johnston had the big play with the Charger game, and then Terry McLaurin was able to get by on Blue Kelly last week. I think that with Rome specifically, they got to really make sure that they do somewhat of a bracket on him.
Yeah, he's the hot hand right now. And then again, in the other one that I was going to say, Stephen, is you got Cole Kmet, and then you got Jeremy Chin. And this is going to be, I think this is going to be another one of those tight ends that's going to give Chin everything he's got, because Kmet can actually block. And I like the way he runs. I like the way he runs his patterns. He's a great pattern runner.
Look, we knew coming into this season that our secondary was going to be a little rough. We just really need our defensive line to get after the quarterback. I mean, that's going to help the secondary big time. If we can't get pressure on Caleb, if he has time to throw back there's going to be guys open. So if we really want to help that secondary, get after Caleb Williams.
But on a
let me say too, I think Alex is an AI. I don't think I've seen him blink once yet.
See that? He's a badass. Okay, so let's take a look at Alex is the best. Oh wait, we got a Niner fan in. I love this guy. This guy's the greatest. I went to high school with him. Just to let everybody know, he's the Flecto Player of the Year in California. Don't forget to gift. He's a Niner fan. Bill Roski. It's Romanowski, dog. Amigo. That's right, boys. Red and gold. See that? This show attracts everything. Everything here. Love you, Danny V. Don't forget to, here you go. Here's a good one for you. I love Johnny's Donuts. I love donuts. I love donuts more than I love life itself. Right on, Deanna. Don't forget to go to Citrus Heights on Sunday. If you don't, you're gonna be on my S list. Let's watch this. So with this is gonna be our last defensive play for the day before we go and talk a little offense. And I've been very pleased with the linebackers we have. Again, Devin White's top 8 tackles for losses. Jermaine Pratt, before we got him, Cincinnati sports writers would always talk smack, like he always goes for the ball. He always wants the pick. He always wants a. Remember, he's the one who picked off Derek Carr in the playoff game. Was Jermaine Pratt, and he looks like he's more of a ball hawk than we've ever had. Whether that's good or bad, we've seen 3 games, so I can't tell you. But this guy is different. Watch this. Boom! Just beautiful. Landon Roberts just lays the wood. What do you think, Alex? What's your view on him? Landon.
Well, that's a heck of a play right there. I mean, not only does he stuff the blocker, but he goes in and makes his own play too. He's a 2-down linebacker. The thing with this week, I don't know how much he's going to be on the field, because the Bears like to play a ton of nickel, and they may even play some dime this week, because with the good receivers they got, Adunze, DJ Moore, Luther Burden had a really good game last week, and then Olamide Zaccheaus is a decent player too. I wouldn't be shocked, because the Raiders, they don't play a whole lot of nickel. Darnay Holmes is their nickel corner, but he doesn't really play a whole lot. They mixed Jamal Adams in there as kind of a big nickel safety, but I wouldn't be surprised if they try to test the Raiders' dime defense, or if they do play big nickel, how well are they going to be able to cover in space? So because of that, and Swift is on the I saw he's questionable for the game, so it might be Kyle Monungai. If Swift's out, they're just going to throw a lot more. The Ben Johnson, he ran the ball a ton with Detroit, but that was a completely different team. That was one of the best O-lines in football, and then you have the back combination of Montgomery and Gibbs, which is the best in football.
Best ever.
Yeah, maybe. But this, but with whether it's Swift and if he's not in, they got Monungai. It's going to really fall on Caleb Williams' shoulders, especially with a right tackle who's going to be making his first start, and Braxton Jones, who could have some bad games. He really struggled in the Detroit game. He gave up a ton of pressures. So maybe this is a game for the Raiders where either Malcolm Kuntz or Tyree Wilson could maybe Tyree Wilson could come through for them and have his breakout game, and that would be really exciting.
Steven, what do you think about Tyree?
I think we need to start hearing his name more often. I think we need to.
I think the last game he wasn't on the field a lot. I looked at his play count.
Well,
he wasn't.
Yeah, well, Washington, they got their lead and they were running on us like crazy. So he's only going to come in on passing down. So if we get a lead or if Chicago decides to just pass the ball, he's going to be in a lot more often, and we need to hear his name. He needs to get in that backfield. Max Crosby needs help. He can't be the only one knocking over offensive linemen and trying to get to the quarterback. Let's go. I need to hear Tyree Wilson and Malcolm Kuntz's name this weekend.
Yeah, because we paid money to Malcolm Kuntz for just his 8 games in 2 years that he did really, really well. He made a lot of money on that Kansas City game he played in. Braxton Jones, real quick. Miles Fry, I love. What do you think about Braxton Jones with the matchup with Braxton Jones, Alex?
Yeah, he's probably going to have Kuntz and Wilson lined up over him, and we'll see how he does. We'll see if the Raiders can run some stunts where we talked about it last week, where Booker would be the setup guy and Crosby would come around in the loop, or maybe it's Laulu that's able to get on Braxton Jones' inside shoulder and get on the inside and force Caleb Williams to the outside part of the pocket or even out of the pocket where another guy could come in and pursue. The strength of the Bears line is on the interior with Joe Thuney, who knows if he's still the same player. He's a little bit older now. They signed Drew Dahlman. They paid him a ton of money for a center.
Yeah.
And then they got Jonah Jackson from the Rams, who was with Ben Johnson in Detroit. So I think these tackles are the people that you really got to test and see if they can hold up.
That's
and
what
I'm
you
curious.
need to eat.
Exactly. I'm curious to see how much they blitz too, especially with Pete Carroll may feel like he's got to keep more guys in coverage. And if the Raiders could get pressure and keep 7 guys back there to cover all these receivers, that could be a winning formula for the Raiders.
I think they're going to blitz. I do. I really
do.
do.
And if they are, here's a name: Jamal Adams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's have a game. Let's have a game, Jamal Adams.
You know what? And that's why they don't bring Darnay Holmes in as much because of Jamal Adams. They'll bring him in as almost like as a cornerback, as a fifth cornerback, because he blitzes so well. He can really blitz. I just got spanked. Good job, Kevin Mathias. What about Bo Jackson and Marcus? Wow. Touche. I think you're right. I'm going to go ahead and take that comment back. Damn, look at this. Look at the Portuguese kids coming in hard today. Damn. All right. The defense, we're done with you. We're done. We love you. I did have a play. I think I have the cock-a-tackling one. Is there a cock-a-tackling one? No, I don't have I didn't. Okay. So, here, I'm going to go on another little rant here. All week long, all we've heard about is JPJ. I love JPJ. He's an animal. He looks like he when he came on last year, I was all in on him. All in. I love his tenacity. The Raiders have made a decision to put him in back at guard for this week. But did everybody hear the press conference today?
That they're both going to play.
You heard that, didn't you? So what does that mean? Does that mean Dylan Parham's odd man out? Does that mean that?
I wondered that too.
So we don't know. Raider fans. Hold on. This is more important than the Raiders. My buddy Alan, who I go to the game with, Steven, you were at the game. Did you go? Are you down with the $2.99 hot dogs?
Dude, that's funny that he asked me that. My wife and I, we saw that on the menu and we're like, you know what? We'll eat something later. Let's just get something small. It's $2.99. Let's try it out. That's a good ass hot dog for $2.99. I'll tell you that right now.
Good ass hot dog. And they'll pick. Do you guys have Casper's in Sacramento?
Casper's.
Okay, you don't.
No.
You would know. You
No.
would know. So Casper's is like the best hot dog in the world. So they put those in there every once in a while. So yes, Uncle Alan, he's Uncle Alan. He loves his hot dogs because that's what I get. I get 3, 1 for each quarter. I love hot
Saves it gives me more money for my Modelo.
See that? See, profit's not a dirty word. I love that.
No.
So with JPJ coming in, Alan, you're Alan's best friend now.
With you, Alan.
JPJ coming back in. That's my Uncle Alan. He's the best. He's my uncle. But he when I was back to JPJ in the offensive line, I think you need him on there. He's nasty. And it's not like Kappa doesn't make mistakes. Barham doesn't make mistakes. Colton Miller, for that point, makes mistakes. If you have him at guard, I mean, you can hide him more than you can at center, I guess. I'm not giving up on him as a center down the road, but something's going on, and we'll probably know a little bit more in about another month about what's going on with JPJ. I did see Pete Carroll this week, and just like a fashionable Pete Carroll, he's, chest bumping JPJ at practice. They look like they're having a good time, and JPJ is a great guy. You were at the game, the Charger game. You see JPJ on the sidelines. He was pumping the fans up the whole game. I mean, the guy's a great Raider. I like him. I like him a lot. So since I like him so much, let's take a watch. Look at this. This is the JPJ. Boom! Ooh. I love little guys. Look, I like big guys too. Watch this. Boom! Are you Mr. Miles Garrett? Oh, okay. Look, and then throw you to the ground. That's, you know what? Boom! Throw you to the ground. This is one season. This could be a highlight film for a lot of guys. Watch this. Boom. Good job by Meredith to come up to the second edge, too. Watch. Boom. Watch number 61 playing guard, not center, where a lot of my Raider fans do not like that. Boom. He comes to the next level. And then watch this. It just keeps moving. That was probably the longest play we had from my. Boom. Look at it.
Wow.
Oh.
I mean, that's fun. Travis Kelce likes it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Stevie. JPJ, I want to know you. Alex is the NFL fan. You are the Raider fan. Where are you fly on this? This is a big question I want you to answer.
I think I can speak for all Raider fans. We love JPJ, and in just a year's time, he's become a fan favorite. He mauls people, and those videos you just showed of him taking those defensive linemen out. And we need some more of that on Sunday. I don't question Pete Carroll. The guy's a Super Bowl champion. He's most likely going to be in the Hall of Fame. He sees something, and we got to let him get give him a chance to do what he's doing. If it doesn't work, then maybe they'll go back to putting him to center. But let's see this. I mean, JPJ's missed two games. All 5 starters have only played together once this year. So we got to see how this is going to go. And man, I want to see more of that. I want to see more of that from him this week. I mean, just put his shoulder into somebody. Yeah,
he will. Alex, what do you think of JPJ?
The fact that he didn't play last week was definitely a head scratcher. And I don't know if it was still concussion related symptoms. The thing I really hope is I hope there's nothing off the field that we in the media don't know about that they're keeping in-house as to why he's not on the field. But the big thing is if he's on the field this week, and I think Alex Kappa was the real big weak link last week in the game. He was giving up pressures left and right. He had a real hard time with mental processing whenever the Commanders would run a stunt or a game. He was just late picking up his guy. And yes, we see the power with JPJ. But the biggest thing is he does a really good job with mental processing. He's really quick-minded, and that quick-mindedness translates into quick-footedness. and he's quick with his hands. So it doesn't matter to me, I understand that he was the Remington Award winner in college. But I think just getting him on the field, and the Raiders have practiced this line combination, I assume, all through training camp with Meredith at center and Parham at left guard. So I believe they got to roll with it, because if you keep changing things now it's just more changes. A big thing with the offensive line is continuity. And if he could come back in, get Kappa off the field, because the way he played last week was just horrible. And he could come, and if JPJ could come in and he could start playing like he was his old self, that's going to be a big boost for the Raiders. It's going to help Ashton Jeanty. It's going to help the passing game. It's going to help them be able to throw downfield more,
right?
Because they'll be able to pick up a lot of the guys coming from the second level. And yeah, so it will be a big
Don't
boost.
you think that they should start throwing over the middle a little bit more? Two things that I haven't seen from this offense is one of those tight bubble screens that the Niners like to do, where basically your running back will go right on the ass of the tight end. You know what I mean? Not a wide bubble screen, just one. You get out to the flat quick. You're already 3 yards in the flat as the quarterback sets, and he lets the ball go. Now you have some running room, and that can set your linebackers, keep your linebackers at bay. And then also, why aren't we just tossing the ball at least to Brock Bowers, over the middle? It is something that drives me nuts, because the middle of the field, I watched both the last 2 games and specifically tried to look at the middle of the field, and it's wide open, because if you don't think that the Bears are going to blitz us, they're going to blitz us. If it's not, don't break. It's not broken. Why are they? We haven't fixed it yet, so keep trying it till it's fixed. I don't see that over the middle. They don't use it yet. And then part 2 of my question to both of you is Mike Meyer's out. Mike Meyer, whoever is the guy from Friday the 13th, he's out. Ian Thomas is one hell of a player. And let's take a look at this, because I think this is going to lead into what I'm asking from both of you. Ian Thomas is a better blocker than Mayer and Brock Bowers. And I believe, remember Steve, in the first year when Max Crosby took Mike Mayer to school the first day of spring, like 9 times he threw him on his ass. I've seen both of them as okay, good blockers, but they're not solid blockers. But this guy is. Let's take a watch. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, so they line up in 4 wide, and then they motion Bowers and Thomas in. They run a split zone here, which is a form of inside zone. And inside zone is where Jeanty really thrived at Boise State. And then with the split zone, they motion Thomas to the other side of the line, and he kicks out the backside guy who's unblocked. Now, this was the Raiders' best run of the day. And I listened to the Lincoln Kennedy, I think it was on Tuesday, with his podcast. And he talked about how the Raiders need to get some staple runs. And with Thomas in his blocking, he could really become a good situational player for them to come in as a blocker. And this could really allow them to set up some of these staple runs that they're going to have. And inside, they were trying to run a lot of outside zone against the Chargers. And outside zone is going to be tough for this line, because with outside zone, you got to sustain your blocks a lot longer, because it's just when you're trying to go to the outside part, it takes a while for the back to get out there. But with inside zone, he's going the fastest way between 2 points is a straight line. So the line doesn't have to hold up as much. And Colton Miller gets a really good seal on the D tackle there. And Jeanty's able to run right behind it and get about a 13-yard gain. So Ian Thomas, for everybody at home, is coming in. He's number 80, coming from the right to your left. So I'm sorry, Alex, go ahead. Yeah, and they're in the pistol here. And I would like to see them under center more. And if they're going to get this running game going, I think they got to get under center. Lincoln Kennedy was talking about that,
I also said that, yeah.
Yeah. And then if you watch Colton Miller here, he does a really good job just driving the guy off the ball. And that really lets the run play go. Colton Miller's been playing pretty good football. I saw on PFF that he was their number 2 ranked offensive tackle. So it's really good to, with all the line struggles that they've been having, if they could get JPJ playing the way he did last year to go along with Colton Miller, that could be a step going in the right direction with this line really gelling forward.
Dominate one side like Shellen Upshaw did. I mean, if you're going to do that, put JPJ with Colton Miller and don't try the Dylan Parham project or the Alex Kappa project. So you're just trying to fill in every other guy. All right, Steven, check this play out. I'm sure you are a happy young man for this. I know I was. And we're going to go ahead, and this is going to be the last clip we do, and then we're going to talk about what's going to go on with the Sacramento Black Hole. Alex, I want you to go ahead and take this one first, and then we'll go to Stevie. So I know you wanted this play on badly.
Oh, yeah. So one thing I noticed with the Raiders this week was, and this has been a theme throughout the 3 games they've played, they've run a lot of 2x2 sets where it's 2 guys on one side, 2 guys on the other side, and then the back is right next to Geno or in the pistol. This play where Trey Tucker scores a touchdown right here, they're in a trip set. And if you see here, they're all really bunched together. You got Bowers playing tight end. You got Jacoby Myers, who's on the ball. And then you got Trey Tucker, who's off the ball. And then down at the bottom, you got Dante Thornton. And I think this should be a real staple formation going forward, because when you align the 3 best players of Bowers, Myers, and Tucker all to one side, that really puts a lot of stress on the defense to sort out the route combinations when the ball is snapped. And when you allow Thornton at the bottom, see, Tucker's going to run a crosser right here, and he's going to get matched up on Bobby Wagner. And Bobby Wagner had a real good game rushing the passer, but he gives up a touchdown right here. And anytime you get Trey Tucker on a linebacker, it's going to be a tough. It's going to be a tough day. No linebacker could cover Trey Tucker. So if they could find more of this, and the Bears play more zone than they do man. So if they could get these situations with that kind of route combination of the Bowers, Tucker, and Myers all lined up together, I think they could really pick on some guys like Noah Sewell. With TJ Edwards being out, Noah Sewell has to play a lot more snaps. He struggles a little bit in coverage. He's a good run defender, but he's a little stiff in coverage. And some of these corners for the Bears aren't the best corners. Nashawn Wright got picked on last week by Dallas. And a big thing in that game was CeeDee Lamb going down. I thought really took the air out of the tires for Dallas.
Yep.
And Nashawn Wright got picked on a lot in that game. And then the week before, Tyreek Stevenson was getting his butt kicked by Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now, the Raiders don't have anyone like St. Brown, but these corners are guys that you could throw on. And they got to get some quick passes. I think a big thing with that route right there was Trey Tucker was able to run a crossing route. They're able to really threaten the middle of the field here. And I saw too many plays last week in this game where the middle of the field was not being run on in the route combinations. They would run Myers, Tucker, and Thornton deep. They would have Bowers as the lone guy who would run about 5 or 10 yards. And the problem with that is that the Raiders can't protect for that long. So when you have protection issues, you need to be able to have some quick passes to where Geno can identify the open man in the zone coverage. And with Noah Sewell, with Stevenson, and Nashawn Wright being out there, they might be able to find some guys who are open pretty quickly in zone.
Yes. And again, I just alluded to that before we went to this clip. Over the middle, something short, bubble sweep. We haven't seen a screen, Steven. We haven't seen a draw yet. And I don't. What is your assumption? What is your evaluation of our wide receivers? And I know you've seen it since the preseason, so it's only 3 games. At 3 games, tell me what you think about the Raiders receiving core.
I love the Raiders receiving core, but I just think Chip Kelly can't open his playbook right now until that line holds up. And Alex made a good point when Lincoln Kennedy was talking about being under center more, maybe running under center and things like that. They said that should help. I really would like Gino to have some time back there so these routes can develop and he can get rid of the ball. The dude's accurate. He throws a beautiful deep ball. He just needs a little bit of extra time.
Yes.
And when he has it, man, he throws beautiful passes.
Yeah,
So
I mean, even this past,
I don't have a problem with our receivers one bit. Trey Tucker, I think, is going to continue to have a great season. So,
what do you think about Jacoby Myers? And as a Raider fan, are you willing to pay him wide receiver one money?
I don't even think he's asking for like top wide receiver money, but I would have paid him. But it doesn't look like the Raiders are going to do it, and I think I'm okay with this receiving core and whatever they do coming into next year. I think Jacoby has a big season. He's gonna want more money than what he was asking for this year. So I don't know that his time with the Raiders is going to continue past the season.
I think that's why they got Jack Besh. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
And then what else? Deontay Thornton. What is your Stephen? What do you think of Deontay Thornton and what they've been doing with him since preseason?
I think you're going to see his route tree continue to grow.
Yeah.
He was one-dimensional in college, but I really believe they see a lot more in him, which is why you're seeing him on the field, not Jack Besh as much right now. I love his deep ball. I'm still waiting for that one where Gino just connects with him and it's a big play for a touchdown. But I think his route tree is going to grow, and I think you're going to see this guy develop into a really, really good wide receiver in this league.
Alex, what do you think of Deontay Thornton?
Yeah, a lot of what Steve said. I think this could be the week with the corner situation that they're going up against. And he's got a lot of raw ability. And once the route tree does continue to go more, I think we could see him making some plays. And I think I really like him isolated down at the bottom, because I think if he could get matched up, the defense isn't going to be paying a lot of attention to him right now with the other three receivers that they got. So this is a good opportunity for him to get a one-on-one, and maybe he could make a jump ball. Maybe he could run past the guy. I think it could be this week where he maybe has his game.
I think the Raiders have a great chance to open up this offense. So if Gino cannot give the ball away this weekend, we cannot give the ball away. All right, guys. Always the best. Oracle, you're just the man. Told you, Steven, it's amazing, huh? It's like this guy does
good.
it for a living, huh? Steven, thank you so much. Before we leave, let's take a look at two things from the Black Hole gang from Sacramento this weekend, guys. Go ahead, Steve. Let's talk. You go ahead and talk about that again for people who probably weren't here early.
Yes, this and every Sunday we do our watch parties at Shenanigans Kitchen and Bar. Come enjoy some barbecue, some Modelo, some Woodson whiskey, and meet Art Toms. He's going to be there signing autographs, selling some of his merch. It's going to be a good time. We're a good crowd. We have fun together. We're also going to have a raffle, so bring some money to win some nice Raider prizes. We will have some autographed memorabilia that we're raffling off. So, hey, every Sunday, Shenanigans Kitchen and Bar, Citrus Heights, California.
Now, do they have an Art Shell nachos on the menu?
So my daughter is actually pretty upset that they got rid of nachos. They have like a loaded tater tots. Yes,
but it's the loaded tater tots called like the Freddie B tater tots, or
so we actually got a Freddie B pizza slice.
Nice. See that?
Yeah.
See
and
that?
our ribs are the Gorilla ribs, and in memory of Black Hole Rob, we got a Black Hole Rob Philly on there. So
is it good?
And then the Condor chicken sandwich.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to talk off the air here, Stephen. I'm going to make sure that you get an Art Tom's signed autograph to me, to my best friend ever. I used to love Art Toms. Art Toms was one of my favorite Raiders back in the day. That guy was a poor man's Ted Hendricks. He was, and that's not no knock. I mean, Ted Hendricks, Hall of Famer, but Art Toms was a guy who was long and mean, and he's a trip to talk to. I've talked to him in the parking lot at the Raider games before. He's a lot of fun. I saw him.
Really nice guy.
Yeah, super, super nice guy. And then lastly, here we go. Let me get rid of this. And then this one right here. Go ahead and talk about this.
All right. This kind of came together very fast. Cisco from the Bay Area chapter of the Black Hole was already going to come down and hang out with us that day. And I start reaching out to Reno, and Reno reached out to Lovelock, and I reached out to Central Valley. And now we're going to have a ton of other Black Hole chapters on October 19th versus the Chiefs. It is absolutely going to be a packed house. We're going to have to open up the outside, put some barriers out there, and put an extra TV outside as well. But Central Valley, Lovelock, Reno, Sacramento, Bay Area, and who knows how many more might be added on as time comes. If you guys want to meet a bunch of die-hard Black Hole members and really see what the family's like being part of the Black Hole, this is the watch party to come to.
There you go, Alex. You can go to Sac. Maybe at that time, the Kings will have a game. Never know.
Yeah, maybe I'll be one of the refs that game too. You never know.
Wow. Those wounds, they're just so deep.
Hey, Steve, I hope you have a great turnout this weekend, though.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, I think we will, because it's not going to be played. The game's not going to be on TV locally here. So
nowhere
unless you have the ticket or some other special ways to watch the game, you're going to have to come to Shenanigans if you live in Sacramento to come see it.
And that's just,
I mean, there's other Raider booster clubs out there that have their watch parties, but you need to come to Shenanigans. We always have a DJ, so the vibe is always live. It's a good time.
That is so cool.
You got Art Toms.
Art Toms. Alex, you got to make the trip with me up there. I'm gonna do a trip up there. I will actually be. I'm not gloating. I'm gonna be in Kansas City for the. I've never been to Kansas City, so I'm gonna be there.
Wow.
I've never been, and then of course I'm going with Captain Jack, and we had to get tickets on the very front row 1, seat 1 and 2. I know those were not cheap. I'll
let everybody know as well. December 7th, we'll have Jeff Barnes there signing autographs as well. I'm working on a date for Mervin Fernandez right now as well. So come to our watch parties. You never know when we're going to have someone there signing autograph.
How many rings? Awesome. How many rings does Jeff Barnes have, Alex?
That's one AI cannot compute.
GPT will know. From Cal, linebacker from Cal. He's got 3. He's got 3.
Oh wow!
He shows them off too.
Oh yeah, big dude too. Really, really nice guy. Very, very good dude.
Are they all with the Raiders, or did he get them on different?
All of them.
All with the. Raiders. Oh wow! Okay.
10 years.
He was a special teamer in most of the time. Now, he wouldn't have done what we just seen those Fukakas do last week. Jeff Barnes was, I think he did make the Pro Bowl one year as a special teamer. Man, he's from Cal. So
massive man. You go shake his hand swallows your hand.
Yeah. And he's just the nicest dude too. He's a really, really good guy. Guys, this was the best. I'll tell you what. This is what I love. This is, it's just so much fun. I'm gonna be presenting a video here soon. I'm gonna be talking to Raider Dad this weekend. I'm gonna pump that. Raider Dad's gonna be.
I can't wait for that.
Oh, dude, he is the greatest. You've heard of Raider Dad, right, Stevie?
Yeah, it's amazing what he does.
And talk with him this week. I'm giving him 2 of my tickets for the Jaguars game. That's going to be the big one. And he just had a bowling with Lincoln Kennedy. That went off good. This guy doesn't get a dime. He just works his butt off. So Josh Camonite, you're in our prayers, man. You are what you call a great person, a great Raider. And he just wanted to do it because he dug taking his kids to the games, right? And he's like, well, this
Yeah.
is a new team in a new area. I'd like to help underprivileged kids go to their first Raider game. And he did it. And he did it. And it's huge, man. If I ever, and that's why I was going to tell you guys, if you could be on YouTube, if you can get me on YouTube, as soon as I get monetized, every single penny goes to Raider Dad. I don't need that money is for them. And that foundation is amazing and it's only growing. So without no further ado, Stephen, thank you so much. Thank you for telling me a story I never knew about. I mean, I think all Raider fans were going nuts about that story. What a great story. And Alex, you're the Oracle.
Johnny, thank you for having me on. Stephen, it was great getting to know you. And I wish you to have successful turnouts at Shenanigans.
Yes, Alex, it was very nice to be on here with you and meet you. And John, thank you for having me on. This was great.
Oh, you're not.
I'm so happy we're finally able to do it.
Oh, we'll get you back. Don't worry. When we're going to the playoffs, you and I are going to have a nice discussion. We're gonna have some piñatas from Raider fans who don't believe.
And I expect to see both of you at Shenanigans at some point.
Well, you'll see me and my mijos. They'll be there.
All right.
Yeah, I've yet to go to Sacramento yet. I want to get up there.
It's a cool town. It is a Raider town too. It is totally a Raider.
I believe it. Yeah.
And it is.
I got a nice Kings hat for you when you come too.
Oh, definitely. All right. I won't wear a referee shirt. I'll tell you that.
Tell you what, Alex. Alex does not have a team. Alex just likes sports. He's a good guy. Yeah. All right, guys. All right. On 3, we're going to do Raiders. And if you guys don't like it, too bad. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching tonight. It was a lot of fun. And again, let's beat the shit out of the Bears already. I want to win this. I don't want to drive home. All right. 1, 2, 3. Raiders! Bye now.
Now it's Jeanty to the left. Biletnikoff to the right against Marsalis. Back is Lamonica. Throws for Biletnikoff. Touchdown Raiders! Biletnikoff is having words right now with Marsalis. Fred caught that ball after quite a physical battle with Marsalis in the right corner of the end zone. He went on out of the end zone, and then instead of slamming the ball into the turf, he ran back in about 10 yards to where Marsalis was and defiantly slammed it in the turf in front of Marsalis. The two tight ends are lined up as tight ends. Back goes Darrell to pass. He's looking for Smith, but instead goes down the middle. Chester, touchdown Raiders! Holy Toledo, what a great call! 19 yards and a Raider touchdown to make it 22-3. Chester had gotten free at the 5 and was all alone in the end zone 2 yards in. The Chargers now have a brilliant opportunity to put this game away. Here's Williams to the left, Garrison to the right, flanks right, Charlie Smith out to the left as a wingback, leaves only one back to block, that's Hubbard. Lamonica back, gets fine blocking, now he throws down the middle, Branch at the 20. Branch at the 18, tripped up, keeps going, reverses to the 15, he's at the 10, he dances down to the 9-yard line. First and goal to go Raiders. 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go, and hang on to your hats. Branch is still in. He goes to the right, slotted inside Biletnikoff. 5 defensive backs in there. Lamonica gives to Smith, sending him to the left. He's got Upshaw in front. He's at the 5. He's at the 2. It's a touchdown Raiders! Charlie Smith from 9.5 yards out. Oakland has gone in front. Clarence Davis is in for Charlie Smith. He's a deep threat on pass reception. Back goes Stabler to pass, steps away from the rush. He's going to run up the left side. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5.